snacks as well as a hydration shorts, preferably water, or if you're feeling a little spicy today, something a little extra. You're probably wondering why we're calling our podcast Two Vets One Day. Well, Frankie and I are both veterans of the US military, and we also share the same birthday, July 25th. Isn't that rather interesting that we met through TikTok by coincidence? You're probably getting tired of hearing my voice speaking, but you know what? You got about the next maybe 2 hours of hearing it anyway. But at least you get Frankie's voice to break up mine. Hello, welcome to the Two Vets One Day podcast. Frankie and Royal will be getting on shortly. They're just doing some last minute setups. In the meantime, follow us on our other social medias located at twovetsOneday.com. If you haven't done so already, please ensure that you have snacks as well as a hydration shorts, preferably water, or if you're feeling a little spicy today, something a little extra. You're probably wondering why we're calling our podcast Two Vets One Day. Well, Frankie and I are both veterans of the US military, and we also share the same birthday, July 25th. Isn't that rather interesting that we met through TikTok by coincidence? Anyways, you're probably getting tired of hearing my voice speaking, but you know what? You got about the next maybe 2 hours of hearing it anyway. But at least you get Frankie's voice to break up mine. Hello, welcome to the Two Vets One Day podcast. Frankie and Royal will be getting on shortly. They're just doing some last minute setups. In the meantime, follow us on our other social medias located at twovetsOneday.com. If you haven't done so already, please ensure that you have snacks as well as a hydration shorts, preferably water, or if you're feeling a little spicy today, something a little extra. You're probably wondering why we're calling our podcast Two Vets One Day. Well, Frankie and I are both veterans of the US military, and we also share the same birthday, July 25th. Isn't that rather interesting that we met through TikTok by coincidence? And tired of hearing my voice speaking, but you know what? You got about the next maybe 2 hours of hearing it anyway. But at least you get Frankie's voice to break up mine. Hello, welcome to the Two Vets One Day podcast. Frankie and Royal will be getting on shortly. They're just doing some last minute setups. In the meantime, follow us on our other social medias located at twovetsOneday.com. If you haven't done so already, please ensure that you have snacks as well as a hydration shorts, preferably water, or if you're feeling a little spicy today, something a little extra.
You what now?
You're probably wondering why.
Make sure you're not muted this time.
We're live already. What's up, LA Queen? How you doing? All right. So this is our second official podcast of Two Vets One Day. What do you have to say for yourself, huh, Royal?
Drink your vegetables and eat your juice.
Okay, so what's on the agenda right now?
We have plenty of things on the yes, we have plenty of things. Can I English today?
All right,
So-
what's first?
I think we should start off with something that's actually relatively impressive. So I don't know if you guys had anybody in your family that had heart complications and like had
My
to get
bad.
heart transplants, but what'd you do?
Keep going.
Oh, okay. But I did have my godfather had to get a heart transplant, and this is something that I found really interesting as I was scrolling through like news articles and stuff. So there is like a super small heart pump. It's like the size of a fountain pen, like the little regular pen.
Damn.
And that thing is incredible. So there was a 21-year-old who was born with congenital heart defects, and the transplant that she received also failed when she was 19. And then this little heart pump kept her heart going for 5 more weeks until they can transplant another one. So that's major. Like usually an issue like that, you only have like what, a day at most, a couple days if things don't go out the way you want.
Right.
So this
Yeah.
thing for like another whole 5 weeks. That's a lot of time, especially when it comes to getting a new organ.
I'd say so, yeah. It's a long time.
I think it's pretty cool. This
Very
one is
cool.
actually this has been going on for a while, but this was from an article from like last week, but this was just approved by the FDA for use on children as well with heart defects. So that's even better in anything like that. That's multiple life savings right there.
Absolutely. That's freaking amazing. So, what else in the medical field are we talking about today?
Ooh, what else in the medical field? Oh, do you know anybody who is deaf?
No.
Well,
But tell me.
And I found some glasses that are worth like $1,500. But what it does is the person speaking and the person speaking to the deaf person, it transcribes on the lenses what they're saying. So instead of doing ASL, if you have a hard time learning ASL, these glasses can transcribe your voice into words, and the person who is deaf can read the words on the lenses, which is relatively cool. There is a there was a child who was deaf. Her mother got her these glasses, and you know how like the hearing impaired, their voice isn't as like the way it's are. There's a what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't sound like us. It sounds a little bit mumbled and jumbled, and that's fine. But the reason because of that is because they can't actually hear their own voice, which is fine. These glasses, this girl used these glasses to correct her speech. So she would keep repeating words until it transcribed and remembered the vibration that her body gives off so that she knows she's properly saying these words. And I think that's actually super cool. It's definitely worth $1,500.
Oh yeah, that's really freaking cool. $1,500. That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a pair of glasses that transcribe words, but it's Bluetooth to an app. So I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
you know, I can see that. So the question is though, where is Elon Musk's technology for the implant that he wants to put in the brain gonna fit in all this? What do you think?
I don't know, but I know he's probably getting his financials from Doge.
It's probably true, maybe not. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's got plenty of money though. I mean, I don't think he needs that.
I mean, yeah, he is a pretty rich guy.
He has no need for that at all. So what else in the medical field? Is there anything else that we've thought of today?
Specifically, that's like beneficial towards our health, or do you mean like just anything like medical wise?
Ooh, anything medical wise. What if there's something that's detrimental to our health? Have you heard anything about that?
About what? Say that again.
Anything detrimental to our health?
Oh, detrimental to a healthy. Yes. Speaking of which, as you guys heard in the past few weeks, you guys have heard about all these planes going down, right? You had the plane in Washington, I think. There was one in Pennsylvania, and there was another one, I think, somewhere in the West. I can't remember. There's also been a couple military aircrafts that have gone down as well, in which some of them I don't understand, but it's crazy how this works out. So, I don't know if you guys heard this, but I think this was the one in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. It was a medical transport plane. It was flying over. I don't know what happened to the plane. I didn't get that much information from the websites I went through. But this plane ended up going down, and this family was driving from a donut shop. They went out to go get donuts. All of a sudden, they hear this loud sound, and the father looks back, and his son is like over his sister. These kids are like 10, I think 10 at most. And when he looked back, he was horrified. Some of the debris from this plane actually, got his son. Days later, when he woke up after the surgery, which he's alive and well, he's doing good. The first thing he said when he woke up is my sister okay? That's like a true brotherly sister love there.
Yeah,
like that's awesome.
Absolutely, 100%. That's called bravery too, you know.
Yeah, but it's crazy how his instinct was so fast.
Yeah, the human body is capable of amazingly extra human things when they're up against something that is life-threatening or threatening against the way of life that they have. Like, for instance, a mother, picking up a vehicle to free their kid. Things like that have happened in the past. So, I absolutely believe that, a brother who dearly loves his sister that way is going to react that way and do exactly that by instinct alone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we only use technically, isn't it like a third or a quarter of our actual strength, unless it was like a life or death situation.
Yeah, I mean, if we used all of our strength, what would literally happen is our bones would be separated. Literally. And our muscles would
Oh my
be
god,
torn
we look
apart.
like ditto.
Like, quite literally, we would
we'd just
tear
be
everything apart. Everything would just be ripped apart. And it's happened in the
Ah,
past.
it'd be
People who
terrible.
are, who get under the influence of certain drugs can also do the same thing. They go extra human in terms of their strength. And
Oh, like a lot of those police videos.
what videos? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean the
You
ones
know,
where the
like-
crazies are going around and then it takes like 10 cops to get to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And like 4 tasers, and it still doesn't bring them down. and then there's like like 10 guys, with the clubs just hitting on them, and they're still just like standing. Yeah.
You're
Yep.
getting me flustered over here. 10 guys at the
ooh,
club.
ooh. Whoa. All eyes are on you.
No. Okay, I never said I was in the center of the dance floor for this one. Okay.
Okay, so moving beyond those cool freaking stories, what do we have left to discuss?
We have quite a few on my side of the table. Do you want to hit some stuff on your side of the table?
Sure. So, I was looking in just a little bit about some of the conspiracy theories and conspiracies that are happening on, with the government, at least in the past. And it looks as though there are some individuals who are saying that the JFK was actually a conspiracy, actually perpetrated by the government. But they don't have much
I was a
more
big believer
information
in
than
that.
that. They just, they were in the hearing, and from what they've been able to gather, it is a conspiracy, that there was a second shooter that no one knows about except for the government. Now, with that being said, there's also the other, conspiracy going around with the Epstein files. And we all know there's a client list, right? Well, it looks like that client list is literally on the U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi's desk right now, and she is reviewing that, as well as the JFK and MLK files. So we're going to find out exactly, hopefully, what happened with all 3 of those things, and we'll see exactly what names are on that list. The veil will be pulled on all of that. As far
That's gonna be intriguing.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, hopefully that happens, and then we don't have to worry about that anymore. We don't have to have like thousands of TV shows online talking about conspiracy theories like that anymore, because it's already been settled, and the truth is out. But of course, you know what's going to happen.
I've always
right?
thought it was a conspiracy.
You know what's going to happen. There's going to be conspiracy theories about those conspiracies being conspiracy theories and not real.
Oh, the piggybackers.
Yep, that's what's going to happen. God, it's just like the alien thing,
I think it's inevitable, though.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen.
Well, there was that big kerfuffle earlier. I don't know if that's the right word. There was the big internet thing about us finding out if there were actually aliens. What, like a couple of years ago?
Mm-hmm.
That turned out to be a nothing burger.
Yeah,
Talk about being
unfortunately.
disappointed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like every TV show I watch when I get to the final season of the final episode of a season, and it's like the last season, but you've been binge watching it for a few hours.
Well, I mean, talk about being disappointed. So hopefully, if everything's done the way that they want it to be done, it will be all reviewed, processed, and released. And I can't imagine they're going to be keeping anything about the JFK files, because I'm pretty sure everyone that had to do with that, they're long gone now. So.
Oh yeah, at this point they gotta be.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no reason to redact the names anymore.
Now the J,
Which is crazy.
yeah, right. Now the the Epstein files, the Epstein list. Now that's a different story. There's going to be a lot of names blacked out on that one.
Oh yeah, things have been crazy ever since like the whole Diddy thing went out. Like I think this all started with R. Kelly. R. Kelly had his cases, and then it came over to Diddy. Now we got Epstein stuff coming out, even though Epstein was like before all that. And it's crazy how it's just going full circle back to what this was. Do you think that's all part of the same thing?
It's very possible. There might be a group of individuals in the government right now trying to work against the corruption and also, the rings of, child, what?
Yeah, the child.
Have
Yeah,
been rumored to be happening within Hollywood and also the government. And if we can believe Trump, he has told reporters that he's going to make sure everything is going to be revealed on all of that. He will leave nothing out.
Oh, hopefully, because that stuff is ridiculous.
I agree. And at least we will know what happened with the JFK files. And we'll know exactly what happened with JFK.
I've been always wondering about what happened with that, because it's so weird. Just the whole thing. Like even if you watch the video, if you just watch the regular video, well, at least the one they released a few years ago, just watching it still leaves a question.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because I can't remember how far the guy was when he took this shot. But that's pretty impressive, especially on a moving vehicle. It's not just some random Joe Smo on the street.
Well, I mean, if you believe all of what was said, he was on a building behind the motorcade as it was passing by, and it was like I think it was 150 yards.
Still have to factor in bullet drop too.
Yeah, but if you're already on a third floor, you don't have to worry too much about it hitting something else on its way. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, true. It's not like you're gonna hit a tree or something. Oh, that video was gruesome. Just thinking about it.
I mean,
it was pretty gross. Pretty gross.
What the heck? Okay, hold on a second. I went to go look at the distance the shooter was at, and it said 3.3 miles. That is not correct.
Oh, that's too far. 3 point. Gosh, dude, there's no
266
way. I think the longest shot was a mile. Oh, okay.
Lee Harvey Oswald was 266 feet away from him on the sixth floor window of the Texas School Book Depository.
Yeah, there's not much bullet drop to factor in.
And
It's not far enough.
there was 2 shots, one in the neck and one in the head.
In the neck?
Yep. The first one, you can actually watch it in the video. The first one hits, and he does this. And then as he's holding this, comes in.
The second one comes.
Yep. And then he slumps over.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I actually watched
I don't even want to rewatch it just to figure it out.
I watched the video, and I watched this cool video on YouTube where it overlay does 3D with Google Maps kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So it overlays over on Google Maps, and you can kind of see the car coming down and exactly where he's hit from the standpoint of the camera, because there's a couple different shots. The best one is the one you've been seeing a lot from the right of the vehicle.
The side.
This way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's another one that you can extrapolate exactly where they are in the world because of that. And so they were able to do that and make kind of like a 3D environment as it happens.
Dude, it's so crazy what technology can do. Technology can do.
Technology can do. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shut up. Don't judge me. Oh.
All right. So what's next on the agenda for us?
Oh man. So a couple of weeks ago, have you noticed that the egg prices have gone up?
Uh-huh.
You want to know why the egg prices went up?
Well, why did the egg prices go up?
Good thing you asked, Frankie. I'm gonna go right ahead and tell you, buddy. Somebody in Pennsylvania decided to steal a truck of 100,000 eggs.
Wow, really? Is that the
Yep.
reason why?
Well, it's part of the reason why. It's not exactly why. A lot of it's because of the bird flu stuff. But this did not help it whatsoever. So, I haven't looked up any recent information, but from what I know, they still don't know who this person is. And whoever these people were that robbed this truck robbed a cafe twice. Twice. Not just for the money, for the food. I don't know what this guy is thinking, or girl, whoever this heist person is, but they must be desperate for eggs inside of their own bakery. I don't know if they're trying to supply their own bakery or what, but they definitely got away with this for a while. I don't know if they got caught yet. But there are videos all over TikTok. You know how people play poker, they put their chips in and they're like, oh, I'm all in. There's videos of people playing with eggs, and they're using eggs as their betting tool.
Yeah. That's...
And, oh, dude, it's so funny.
What the hell?
That was about $40,000 worth of eggs, which is considered a felony, in case you didn't know that.
LA Queen, what do you mean, guys? People living more than 300 years. What is that about? Do you know what that's about?
Oh, so yes. So this is about Social Security.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That was about the whole. There was
yes,
somebody collecting Social
yes,
Security for
yes.
360 years.
Yes, I forgot about that. There's like 4 or 10,000 people who are way above 100 years old that are listed as being still alive and getting support from the government. Where the hell is that money going?
It must be going to somebody. It's got to be going to somebody. There's no way it's just floating in limbo.
I bet you it could either be somebody who was a caretaker of that person and they're still alive and they're probably in their 80s now and they're collecting for them and themselves, or it's just another way to funnel money in a certain way without
Your mic is doing this weird
knowing
thing.
the wiser. Huh?
Your mic's doing this weird thing.
My mic is doing a weird thing?
Yeah.
What?
I like hear you double and then like cuts in and out.
You hear me double?
Yeah, like I can hear you in here and I can hear you as if I'm hearing you sitting in your chair.
Huh? Oh. Like how do you hear that?
You kind of sounded like a little robotic, like you break in and out.
That's weird.
I don't think it's on my end, is it?
I think it is.
It might just be me.
LA
then.
Queen, how
don't
do I
know, it's
sound?
weird.
Do I sound okay to you guys? I think I do.
How's Frankie sound to you guys? You sound all right?
I think
Or
I
am I
sound okay.
just bugging? Okay, I think I'm bugging
it's
then,
just,
'cause-
I think it's just a bug. I think it might be a side effect of me streaming at the same time. I don't know. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, probably. Anyway,
All right, where were
you
we?
were saying?
Where were we? I can't remember now.
We were talking about Social Security. There was like 10,000 people or something like that. And then like, where's all this money going? There's no way it's just sitting in limbo.
Yeah, and I probably already said this before, but I think, another possibility is that the government is funneling money somewhere so that no one knows what they're doing with it.
Booyah! Yes,
One part
I
of the
love
government.
that idea.
Doesn't have to be the federal government. Doesn't have to be the FBI or the CIA. Somebody is doing it, and so I think Doge is uncovering that right now, if I remember correctly, and they're gonna find out exactly where that money went.
Which is crazy because Elon Musk wants to supposedly take Doge's savings and send like 5,000 to like I don't know who, like individuals.
Oh,
you hear about that?
To all the taxpayers.
Hmm.
Send 5,000 to every taxpayer.
Yep.
In addition to their tax return.
Yo, Elon, send it over here, Daddy. I could use it.
That's what I heard anyway. So that's what he wants to do.
That's what I read.
that may not necessarily happen, but that's what he wants to do. Yes, and I am okay with that.
I wish
if you
he
can
would.
find the savings in the government right now this year, give us our money back, please. Let's go.
Definitely, I would love to get some money back. You know,
100%.
as much as we pay in taxes, we don't really get that much back.
Yeah, I know. That's because we're getting taxed on taxes, and I'm not a fan of taxes. I think taxes should have been gone away after World War II, and instead there could have been just a state tax, and then the state could pay the federal government a portion for being protected, and whatever federal government should be doing, which is the interstate commerce and the protection of all the states altogether from threats, foreign and domestic, and that's it.
Yep.
That's it. We should not be taking our guns out and pointing them at taxpayers who refuse to pay their taxes. That should not be happening.
Yeah, I'm
The
tired of
government
taxes.
serves
I would like
on
to keep
the,
my money,
you
please.
know, the government serves at the behest of the people, not the other way around. So the people who serve you should not be pointing a gun at you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I want to keep my money.
I agree. I want to keep my money too. I would love to keep my
Let
money.
me see. It's about $400 or $500 of my paycheck that I don't get
Yikes.
each time. So yeah, I would like to get that.
So what's next on the agenda?
Well, how are you into, like, it's not like scams? You like scams? I don't like scams. I hate scams. I hate when scams call me.
Scams are great, especially when it has to do with spam.
Oh, spam! I love spam. Oh, you need me to
See?
crack
You
that
should
can open,
love
chop it up, throw it in
scams.
some rice.
You should love scams because spams are a part
Scam
of
spams?
Yeah.
Oh man! So, in 2012, the mom of two conjured up a story of a cancer journey and solicited funds. She also received free gifts, babysitting services, trips, and more. At the time, Riley is her name. She was a new mom and an active member of her church, and the news of her cancer diagnosis was devastating. A church member told ABC News about this. She wrote about her cancer treatment, her blog, which became popular over time, like fairly quickly. So she ended up getting pregnant. All right, she's supposedly has cancer. She's getting chemo. She's pregnant now, and is saying that the IUD was like a miracle baby kind of thing that happened with all that, right? So all this stuff that's supposed to not allow you to do that, all of a sudden she's able to, right? So now this is this apparently miracle baby. So the medical treatments were insane, and it was like kind of like facing bankruptcy and all. It went crazy. So overall, she swindled like 349, say 350, let's round it up, 350 people out of $105,513.43, in which she also got another $80,000 in which they can't really trace where it came from. So they're assuming it was, you know, like cash or like gift cards and stuff.
That's crazy.
And there's a lot about this story. If you guys want to see this, it is out on ABC every Thursday. I think the last one I knew about was January 30th. It's at 9 p.m. But I'm pretty sure whatever Thursday after this one or last Thursday. If you have ABC, you can watch on there. It's called Scammanda.
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 What kind of
Unless
name
I'm
is
saying that wrong. I don't know. Scam and Amanda. I don't know.
Okay.
It's something.
Wow,
Oh, it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu. There you go. It's on Hulu. If you have Hulu, go check it out. It's a crazy story.
How did no one notice this until they did?
I think they started putting to it. So they went through everything, and eventually someone got curious and was just like, "What? Like, there's no way." Oh, by the way, she pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. That's it. Just 5 years in prison.
For how much money?
For we'll say about 190 at most.
190,000.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
I can see that, but you know, also like restitution should be a thing too. I'm assuming she's getting that as well as 5 years? So when she gets out, she has to pay money?
Hold on, I just lost track of where this was. Nope. She just pleaded guilty, was sentenced to 5 years. It doesn't mention her paying anything back.
Well, I guess that's a matter for civil court, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So basically, someone just got suspicious of everything, and they were like, "What? You're pregnant? And you're going through chemo? How is that possible?" And then some lady just like started looking into it, and then put 2 and 2 together and lined everything up, and then that's when the scam was slowly being revealed.
That's not.
But she went in with all these lies.
Wow.
She was all for it. She was like, "Oh yeah, give me the money. I need to do this. I got to pay this bill." It's ridiculous.
That sounds ridiculous. Absolutely.
Very, very, very.
So do we have anything else on the agenda that's similar to this, or shall we pivot over to the weather?
No, there's nothing about spam or scamming anymore. So if you want to go ahead on to that one, you could.
Well, Puxatani Phil, as you all know, saw his shadow, which means we are due for, or we're due for 6 more weeks of winter. And, of course, with that happening, we, of course, gotta have record-breaking cold happening because of that stupid little gopher. Groundhog, whatever.
Yeah, it's cold.
That little rat could have not seen his shadow, and we would have been perfectly fine having way good of spring weather right now, instead of record temperatures plunging to as much as 50 degrees below normal.
Yeah. Like my wife had to bring her plants inside. It was so cold. I was actually worried because it rained a little bit. I was worried the roads were gonna turn into ice.
Yeah.
So I was a little worried about getting to and from work. So.
Well, I don't have to worry about that, but still, there's a lot of snow outside still. I hate it.
Man, I hope my stairs don't turn into ice when I'm walking
Although,
down.
from what I heard, it was either tomorrow or Sunday, at least where I live, it's going to be like 36 degrees Fahrenheit. So a lot of that stuff should be melting away. Hopefully it doesn't turn into ice in the process.
Hopefully not.
Anyway, this information comes from CNN. So don't trust this information with your life. However, they say the dangerous cold conditions have and will impact over 60 million Americans. And between Wednesday and this weekend, it's going to be spanning a large swath of the U.S., setting the stage for widespread disruption from a winter storm. So that's...
Sounds so miserable.
That's great. It's amazing. At least 15
I'm already
people.
putting my boots on.
So what happened was there was Arctic air that was interacting with the strengthening storm system to bring hazardous weather to the central U.S. Hey, me. Which will eventually reach the mid-Atlantic coast. And the bitter cold and snow also will complicate recovery efforts in parts of Kentucky, West Virginia, and Virginia, where they're still reeling from deadly floods caused by the storm over the weekend. Last weekend.
Huh.
And at least 15 people have died from last weekend's storm, including 2 in West Virginia, 12 in Kentucky. And 1 person is still missing in the storm's aftermath in West Virginia as of Tuesday morning. And 2 others appeared to have died from hypothermia in Kentucky's Jefferson County. That's what Governor Andy Beshear said Tuesday morning on a news conference. So yeah, it's terrible. It's plunging as much as 50 degrees below February averages, with more than 270 temperature records across at least 27 states. So are we having a global warming? Are we having a global cooling? Are we having a climate change? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know, but this cold needs to go. I like it. I like it when it's warm.
I like global warming. Thank you. At least it's nice. But you know, the thing is, if there's like a global cooling, you can at least put layers on. You know what I mean? After a certain point.
Yeah.
You can't take your skin off.
Yeah, I know, but Like I don't want it hot to where like I'm sweating and melting in lava. I just want it like nice and cool. Like I can walk outside with a shirt and shorts and not feel cold. Like, you know, nice and cool is fine for me. I don't mind a little wind. But when it's cold, I'm like super lazy. Like I don't want to do anything. I don't want to touch nothing. I don't want to go anywhere.
You know, that sounds fair. That sounds 100% fair. But we got
At least if it's like, you know, nice out, you know, scenes look nice.
The life-threatening cold expands into the plains and the Gulf as well. So, the coldest of winter air started to work its way into the northern U.S. early this week, and is expanding rapidly and has expanded rapidly across the southern plains along the Gulf Coast in the coming days. So, that also includes Hastings, Nebraska, which a little known fact. I was born in Hastings, by the way. It had a high temperature of -2 degrees Fahrenheit, recorded on Tuesday, which shattered the previous cold high of February 18th of 5 degrees in 1993. So the average for the city is 41 degrees. So.
And you're below that now, right?
We are all definitely at least below that. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Yes.
My feet are freezing right now.
It's very cold in my VR room. That's okay though. It'll warm up as I sit in here for the night.
I'm about to wrap my foot. Oh, never mind. I'm wearing my sweater. I was gonna take my sweater and wrap my feet in.
The more I put warm air into the room, and then it starts warming up the room and fogging up the window.
You're a personal space heater.
I am. I can actually get rid of a lot of hot air, if you know what I mean.
Oh no.
Oh no, not that way. Oh no. I'm just saying I'm full of hot air, not hot farts. No, it doesn't smell bad. It's warmer.
It's just warmer.
Just warmer. Yeah, Frankenstein.
I'm just imagining like a light blanket of snow just sitting on you and just starts melting.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew?
That's an ew thing.
Oh god.
I think it's disgusting. Just imagining myself as like, melting snow all over my body.
Not like that, Frankie. That's what I have your plushie for.
Ew. All right, so what's next on the agenda here?
Oh, Jet farted on you this morning, apparently.
Oh yes, that apparently is true. Yes, he did. He did. He was sitting on my lap, and he contributed to the global warming of the room.
That's hilarious. You're just sitting there, you're like, ooh, that got hot. You all right there, buddy?
Oh, and in Omaha. I'm going to say that, at least in the Omaha area, schools, businesses, they're all announcing closures and delays for today's dangerously low temperatures that we had. So, right now, the weather locally where I'm at is quite low, I guess. I don't know. I haven't checked because I've been inside this whole time.
Now you make me want to check my temperature here. Where's the thermometer?
Looks like it's just 17 degrees here. It's not too bad. But this morning it was 7 degrees Fahrenheit, and tonight it's expected to definitely drop.
Oof.
But not too bad.
Okay.
It's just going to go down to 11 degrees, and we're going to be sitting pretty at 35 degrees for at least 2 or 3 hours.
I don't think that's pretty. I'm at 35 right now.
And we're going to be in the 40s on Sunday. So stuff is going to start melting. It's going to start looking like, it's not a snow apocalypse.
Your schedule's sounding like mine. Sunday's supposed to be high 64, low 42. So, I mean, I'm super excited for that.
I mean, that's way better than freezing.
If it stays in the high end.
Right. So maybe we'll be
definitely.
over this cold front relatively soon. That would be nice.
We should, because I'm looking at Tuesday being 73 the highest and 74 the highest on Thursday. So it looks like it's going to start warming up this week.
Yeah, everybody look forward to that. All right, so anything else on the agenda?
I just minimize my browser. That's not what I meant to do. Give me a second. It's gonna take 2 seconds. Oh, so apparently,
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not any of these people who do like molecules and all this stuff. But scientists have discovered a molecular switch to reverse cancer.
Ooh. That is.
Until now, I don't exactly understand what that means. But the way I think of it is taking like basically if you did a biopsy on it, you take that, do whatever scientist stuff you need to do to that, put it back in, and it eats itself.
Well, you know what cancer is, right?
Yeah, cells.
Cancer is not only just cells, it's cells that refuse to do what your body is telling them to, and they're refusing to self-unalive. So, put it this way: let's say your body is a I don't know. What's the political term of this? Not. Communist. All right. Let's say your body is it's full of communist cells. Okay, they're all working together. They have no self-guided delusions or anything like that. They don't want to live for themselves. They're living for everyone. They're living for the body. You know. Well, a cancer cell is a cell that decides I'm doing my own thing and screw all you guys. I'm going home. I'm gonna do what I want. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna make all these other cells this way too. So screw you. That's what
a lot more than I
cancer
thought it
cells
would be.
So
Interesting.
in you know if you put it that way, basically they found a way to re-educate those cells in re-education camps.
You good over there?
Yeah.
It's not like someone tickled your foot or something.
No, I just think it was hilarious the way that I said it. Oh, I'm the only one that thinks I'm funny.
Well, yeah, the main part of the story is not funny, but
No, but
we
you know
can
the
make
explanation of the cancer cell. So
yeah.
So was there any other news about that? Like did it go into any details?
Not that I. No, I didn't really get that much details from that. That was about all there was there, and I tried googling more stuff. I couldn't really find anything, but I also was at work and didn't look that hard because I was kind of distracted. So.
Okay, yeah. So I've got that up right now. So it's basically a molecular switch that can revert the faded cancer cells back to a normal state. So it's basically, yeah, they're basically re-educating the cell and telling it, hey, you have to unalive now. You have to die. And it's capturing the moment of critical transition right before normal cells are changed into irreversible cancerous cells. So they are not converting cancer cells back. They are stopping it during that transition from where they go from normal cells to cancerous cells is what this is telling me.
Ah, okay.
So almost premeditation, re-education camps. You starting to think like you want to be for yourself? No. You get to get on the train now.
I mean, it was more like a because it was like the backside of the.
And that's
Stupid
so
cable.
That particular state, though, during the development of tumors, it's normal cells that enter into an unstable state in which normal and cancer cells can coexist. And that's a part of their study is studying that part. So, they might be able to revert that and put them back to normal cells. Hey, what's up, Z Catman?
Hey, cat. That'd be pretty impressive. I mean, I mean, it's probably going to cost a hell of a lot to do that.
Yeah,
But,
well,
I mean,
it'll help with a lot of different forms of cancer in the future. But right now, it's really in its infancy, as far as the this study, or this, at least this Newsweek article has said.
it's still a pretty good medical advancement, technically, if you think about it.
I agree. So, do you play a lot of games?
I do love games, yes.
Is there any future games that are coming up that you might be interested in?
Actually, yes. There was discussions of Kingdom Hearts 4.
Ooh, Kingdom Hearts 4, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, discussions, which means it's not in development already.
I don't know. That's the thing. There's discussions on like Reddit boards and stuff.
Gotcha.
So I've never even beaten the third one. Like
Yeah.
I gave away my PlayStation and the game. But it's such a good game. I love it. I grew up playing this game on PlayStation 2, and I still play it now, but not anymore, obviously, because I sold it because I'm a dumb. But I definitely want to see if there's a way I can play it on my PC, because the game is just fun. But there's always one character I can never beat.
Who's that?
Sephiroth.
Okay.
Now, this battle is the same. It never changes. It's the same moves, it's the same attacks, it's the same response every time you play it. So, eventually his health will get like a quarter to halfway down, and then he would do this move that one KOs you.
Yeah.
So if you don't do a specific move when he does this, it's you get hit by this, you're done. Game over. You have to fight him again from the beginning. It's the same scripted fight every time. No matter where you move, he does the same moves. Now, I've only seen one person beat this IRL, and it was my cousin, and he did it looking the opposite way of the TV.
Huh.
Yes, so he's played that match many times that he remembers his algorithm.
Yeah. I can imagine so.
I still think that was pretty impressive.
Ooh, Microsoft's Majorana 1 chip carves new paths for quantum computing? That sounds pretty cool. But
Yeah, hold on, Bay. That had to be copy and paste.
I think we're far from that, though.
I don't even know what that is.
Quantum computing? In terms of like gaming and stuff like that, and technology that's going to be for us, I think we're far off from using any kind of quantum computation, at least for us. But I imagine they're probably doing that right now in the development of the hardware we have now. Like, in the process of developing that, we're using quantum computers to do that.
I don't know what a quantum computer is.
Quantum computers are a different way of computing things on the quantum level. So it's below the microscopic level that we have now in our computers.
Oh, okay. So it's
It goes
just
into the
smaller.
quantum realm, yes.
Oh,
So,
okay.
That allows for much more power, much higher power in a much smaller space, and it also requires a lot of cooling, from what I've heard as well. So having to get over those hurdles is important in order to be able to do quantum computing. And then on top of that, quantum in itself is kind of a conundrum as well, because you start, once you get into the quantum level, you start looking at like, a little particle is one thing, or it could be two things until you observe it, and then it's a different thing. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure how that works.
That's pretty cool.
Way above my brain level. But
that's gonna be like secret spy stuff.
Yeah, and like I know they have quantum computers right now, but those are focused on like cancer research and other things like that, where
they have a major
it
priority.
makes sense. Yeah, it's just like one thing that the numbers are crunching. You know what I mean? Instead of like a whole computer.
Huh. Interesting. Oh man, I would love to have one of those. That'd be cool. Could you imagine running VR chat on that thing?
No. And then there's Avowed. Avowed released a couple days ago. That's an RPG that's getting pretty good reviews. I mean, like, pretty decent reviews, yes. But also,
What's it about?
it's basically an RPG that's set in kind of like a fantasy world of Eora. And you have choices that carve a path. You've got war, intrigue, ancient mysteries. So you go across the land. You can do alliances, and you get, of course, with that you get rivals, and there's magic and weapons and stuff.
Okay,
like
so
that.
kind of like, I almost said Fallout, not Fallout. I don't know if anybody knows what RuneScape, but like a way more advanced version of RuneScape.
Sure.
That's the best way I can put it. It's not there's a game I'm thinking of that I can't find the name to for some reason.
But anyway, its Metacritic level is 80, so that's in the green.
Ooh,
I mean,
I
yeah.
want to check it out. What's it called again?
Avowed for PC and Xbox.
Avowed. Wow.
And then there's Civ 7 that
I want to check that out.
has released recently as well. That was February 6th and February 11th for
Never
the
understood
standard,
The Sims.
6th for the deluxe and founders, and that has a Metacritic score of 80 as well. If you're into that kind of game, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was released on February 4th. So if you like the first one,
Ooh.
you never heard of that?
Nope.
Oh my god, that game is so amazing if you like actual historical sword fighting and knights and all that stuff, like historically and like accurate, and like the actual fighting is accurate too, and it almost seems clunky when you first start playing it, but it's because your
I want to
character
check that out.
doesn't know how to use a sword at all, neither do you, and so you kind of learn and you get better at it, and so does your character, and it's really 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 cool. And
I want to check that out.
it's awesome. It's the first one was in the midst of you were like a blacksmith's son, and then there are different kingdoms, and then your town was ransacked by like
Barbarians.
some other nation, and then there's like intrigue. There's people who have backstabbed other people, and you get revenge for your father dying, and and you get to do all sorts of jobs if you want to do that, so you can actually make some money doing regular jobs, and it's really pretty cool. It's actually pretty awesome. It's a good game, so I'm looking forward to dive into that at some point in time. I want to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Then there's for you, there's Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I mean, I'm sure you're excited about that one.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited, Frankie. Super excited to see this cute, tiny little cat.
Yeah. That'll be coming later in 2025 for PlayStation, but for PC and for Nintendo Switch, it was released last month.
I'm not waiting for this game.
Then you have Marvel Spider-Man 2 that released January 30th as well for PC.
I haven't followed any of the Spider-Man games. I think the first Spider-Man game was PlayStation 2. I think that's the only one I've played.
Gotcha. And there's a lot of remasters that are coming out too. You got Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles 2025 remaster. You got let's see here. What other remasters have released right around this week? Tomb Raider. A bunch of Tomb Raider remasters for PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox One,
I love Tomb Raider.
Xbox X, and Switch. It's a whole compilation that was released February 14th. So there's that.
Tomb Raider was good. I've never beaten it. I always got like 5 minutes into the game and I couldn't pass anything.
Eddie,
I was bad at
you
it.
love Hello Kitty. Oh, give me that. You got like you probably have a whole closet full of Hello Kitty memorabilia.
It's like a shrine. He opens the closet like,
And then
Modulate Hello Kitty.
one game I'm looking forward to, which doesn't look like it's going to be released anytime soon yet, is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, because I loved the original.
I think I've heard of something about that.
The original
The
was
word Bloodlines.
amazing. So I'm excited for
What am I
that
thinking
one.
of?
March 20th, Assassin's Creed Shadow releases. So I'm always keen on a new Assassin's Creed. The Ovo vest that I have actually has a connection to the previous Assassin's Creed, so it allowed me to actually feel like the horseback riding when I fell, and falling was not nice. It was very painful. So, it actually taught me not to fall off of giant towers a lot. So
I thought you would have known that already.
But it was nice.
Well, now you know how it feels.
Well, the problem was, having that is all good and great, but when you have a bug problem where you're supposed to be able to jump across and, you just don't do it in time, or you're not close enough by like a millimeter, you end up jumping off of the entire tower and you're like, oh God, oh God, oh God. Ah! Just like that every time.
Save me, Superman!
The Last of Us Part 2 is supposed to be remastered April 3rd. For PC.
Ooh, Last of Us.
I never got into the second one. I never played it at all. The first one was amazing.
I haven't played it either, but I've seen like some of the gameplay, and I think the gameplay was pretty nice.
I don't think I'd be interested in that. You got Days Gone remastered for the PlayStation 5, April 25th.
Ah, that's not fair.
Doom: The Dark Ages releases May 15th on the PC, PS5, Xbox.
Doom, as in like, like Doom?
Doom, yes.
Or like superhero or supervillain Doom.
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 Yeah, so
I'm
that's...
pretty sure that's a Zoom commercial.
That's exciting. I mean, of course, if you like being a Slayer, you like being a Doom Slayer, you're gonna be him again.
Doom is pretty good. The original Doom for me is like, bam.
Well, yeah, it was pretty good. I like Doom 3 too, even though it was a departure from the rest, and you were just like a space marine against like zombie type,
Yeah, I remember playing some other Doom. It's like you were in a desert at first. You're like a desert planet or something. But I played it for a couple minutes and
Mars.
I just stopped. I don't know. It's called Mars.
It's called Mars. It's literally Mars. Was
Thanks,
that the
Frank.
one? Was that the one where you can only have a flashlight out or a weapon?
I don't know. I only played like 5 minutes of it.
Okay. All right. Well.
And then I
that's
declared
the
I didn't
one.
like it for some reason.
And if you're into it at all, there's Five Nights at Freddy's releasing June 13th. Secret of the Mimic.
I love watching the videos of those.
So that then you're gonna be seeing a bunch of those come June 13th, I'm sure. And
Ooh.
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater also releases PC, PS5, and Xbox on August 28th. So another Metal Gear Solid game. Yay! And then
love Metal
literally the
Gear.
day after is Shinobi Art of Vengeance, which will be releasing on the previous consoles I mentioned, as well as Xbox One and Switch.
Ooh, what about this one? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's already out. It's actually came out January 23rd.
Well, there you go.
On PC, though.
And then we got
I love Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a fan of those.
Well, I don't like their turntable ones. I like their open world ones.
I see. And then we got Borderlands 4.
I'm not a turntable. Never played it, but I like watching people play it sometimes.
Borderlands 4 should be released September 23rd, as long as it doesn't get pushed back. There's been a thing where games you're waiting on have been delayed constantly. It seems like.
Oh, you mean like GTA 6?
Is that delayed again?
Probably. It's been delayed like time after time after time.
Well, I mean, hey, let's look it up here. It was supposed to be like this year.
Ooh. Oh wait, didn't you already say this one? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, there's a video right here I can watch. I'll watch it later, but I just found I might be on the same website as you. I don't know, but it looks the graphics are pretty nice. That's a. Is that a control game or is that a headset game?
What do you mean? It's not VR.
Like it. Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Because the way they angled the picture, it looks like it could be.
Yeah, no. As far as I know, it's not VR. But you never know. You never know with those kinds of games and, mods that come out afterwards. It's always a thing.
Yeah. Oh my God. Monster Hunter. And it already came out. No. It comes out February 28th. It's gonna be PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S.
Okay, so for any of your PC gamers out there, if you're looking forward to Grand Theft Auto 6 to be released this year, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Just wait until
I think
2026.
I think it's the second or third year in a row they've been pushing that thing back.
Now, it'll be released later this year on console, but we won't see it on PC until next year because, of course, consoles have to take precedence because, all you people who don't have PCs out there, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome.
Maybe it's because they just don't want PC players to ruin the game by creating their own mods.
They won't ruin the game, though, because PlayStation and Xbox won't get those mods in the first place.
Well, yeah, but they could ruin the experience for the PlayStation and Xbox players when it first drops at the same time. Like the first couple weeks would be nice. Somebody comes out with a mod and just ruins the game for everybody and just makes it boring.
You know what's hilarious though? GTA 5 was out for 18 months before it got a PC release.
I want to know why they do that.
Because they want people to buy their consoles. It's a game that moves consoles, and so they want people to buy the consoles so they can play the game. Yeah.
My bad. Don't yell at me, Frankie. Gosh.
It's the most annoying thing
ever. It's a baby.
I'm just not going to buy it. I'll just stream on TikTok. Just keep doing that.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same thing, buddy.
Oh, speaking of which, so pretty soon here, it should be at least by the end of March, I should have my Udex gloves.
Oh, is that the control ones?
That's the gloves that actually can like watch your hands and record the movement of your hands and your fingers.
Gotcha.
And it allows you to splay your fingers, spread them if you want to.
Yeah, you have full control of your hands.
Yep, and those UDCAP gloves.
You think I can get? You think I can get one of those made for my butt?
Shut up. Okay, so the UDCAP VR gloves.
I love the awkward silence.
They're actually like $699 now, so.
Wait, these aren't the. No, I think it's something else. So the gloves I'm thinking about, it's like if you picked something up, it'll put resistance.
No.
To make you feel as if you're holding it? No, it's not. Like
these
that. Okay.
ones, they just are able to track your fingers in the VR space based on what you move in the real life. And
that'd be cool.
Like 1-to-1. So, I'm able to do this, move the fingers around like this. Hold on a second. All right.
Go, get out of here.
Apparently you need a butt stretcher, according to Eddie. Anyway,
yeah,
where was I? It's a product designed for VR applications, right? So it replaces the traditional controller, and it has the 2 buttons and the joystick that you would
Stick?
expect to have, but it's on the pointer finger.
Oh, like it goes along the side of your hand.
Yep.
Oh.
And
Ooh, that'd be pretty cool.
It seems to be really pretty decent, and it has no trigger, but you can set up the sensitivity of your finger being pulled all the way to your your hand as to where you want to have the trigger be activated. So that's really, really cool. Oh my god. But it's got a data frame rate of 120 frames per second, which is high, and a latency of less than 10 milliseconds, so that's pretty cool as well. And the distance that it is able to run is about 10 meters, so you can be about 10 meters away from your PC, and the usage time for just the gloves and the power is 10 to 15 hours. So obviously you're going to need a tracker with it because it can't track itself within Steam VR. You have to get a tracker attached to it. So I already have those trackers waiting, and they're going to be on the back side of my hand. And
Are they like back order or
what?
back order? Like you ordered it, but it's like it's pending release.
Gloves?
No, the trackers.
No, I
Or
already
are you
have
talking about
the
like the regular trackers?
They're regular trackers that you attach on the back side of the gloves.
Oh.
And so I already have those trackers. I'm just waiting for the gloves to come in. So
Gotcha.
super excited about that. Charging time of 2 hours. But like it really doesn't matter. I mean,
That's not bad.
10 to 15 hours of usage time. That'll be great.
Yeah, 2 hours is not bad at all.
With those, I plan on doing VTubing with, because right now when I'm doing my normal VTubing that I have done in the past, it's a camera pointing down from my chest, and it'll track it like this, but as soon as you turn your hands like this, they start losing some of their tracking. Yeah, and then if you if you go like this, it can't see the hand anymore, and so it immediately puts the hands down to the normal position. And with these hardcap gloves, that's not going to happen. At any moment, they will be tracked in the 3D space. So,
have you ever pictured somebody like, I don't know if you've seen the streams on Twitch, like there's the people who have like the thing with their hands, right? You can see like their thing moving, but they're playing like a desktop game and you can see their hands moving. They move. Like I just try to picture them when they put their hands up, because sometimes their hands are like really close to their face like this. And I just like try to picture them, and I just imagine them sitting there exactly like that, as if they were like begging for a treat or something. They're just like, please, 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 please.
oh boy, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't like that at all, and I don't like the way it looks. So hopefully this UDCAP stuff takes care of that completely, because then I don't have to worry about the positioning of this camera, from the model and this and that. It gets really
that can be a massive headache.
Annoying, and when you try to adjust it around into space, you'll be like, if I put it this way, and then all of a sudden, poof, the hands are over there. You're like, oh, damn it!
It's like my hip tracker. Sometimes I'm here, and then sometimes I just boomerang over there.
Yeah, so constant tracking would be just completely useful. And what I plan to do is I plan to find a VR world or have one created where there is a computer desk with a monitor with a blue screen on it, and then I will use my streaming PC as the VR chat computer, as well as the streaming part, and then the gaming computer will just port all of that over to the streaming PC with my capture card that I have, and I will be able to play games while in VR, because I will place my OVR toolkit right there on that screen itself, so it'll look like I'm playing the game in VR.
That sounds fun. That sounds super crazy though.
Right? And I'll just put myself in a position where my hands are on the desk in the perfect harmony with where I'm at, and then I'll be able to, maybe I'll have a mouse attached to my hand that I'll put on there, and then I'll have a keyboard sitting there, and I'll just be doing this. And you'll be able to actually see what I'm doing.
Interesting. My buddy does it weird. There's some lives he does like he does it that way, like something similar like that. I don't know about how his PC set up, but the way you're speaking about it, he does it like that. But he also does streams sometimes where he's in VR, right? He's in VR streaming, and that's the character you see is his VR, but he's playing a desktop game. And he'll play that game for a little bit, and then like somebody will make a redemption, and then he'll go back into being like the VR world, and like he's singing the song in VR, and then he goes back to playing the desktop game while he's in VR. And I think that's so cool.
Yeah, it'd be very
A lot to run on your computer.
Well, having two computers will allow you to do that.
It's a lot of work.
It's not too bad. I mean, I already have like a microphone setup that I can use. All right, and I already have the Go XLR that I can connect between the two computers if I need to, and I already have the capture card because I used to do streaming with two PCs back in the day. So this would just incorporate VR into that mix. So it wouldn't be too bad.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Too complicated for me to figure out, but lots and lots of fun.
Well, it'll be exciting to figure it out while I'm playing with the gloves. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And I also purchased the Babel system for my headset.
Babel?
Yes.
What's Babel?
Really, really cool. Do you remember the HTC facial tracker?
That little extension that used to come off and.
Yep. You remember that? Well,
yeah.
Since they stopped producing those, and now they're going for like $1,000 a piece on eBay, Babel has come out with its own proprietary hardware. It's not really proprietary. It's actually stuff you can buy from online, but it's built into a nice, cool little setup. Depending on what headset you have, that it'll just attach to your headset just instantly, and you can buy it right now. And you just wait for it to be produced. And it's also it's got a partnership with PieShock as well, so you can actually buy the Babel, and PieShock, since it's got its own production facilities and stuff, are producing the Babel for Babel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Cool. Pretty dang cool. That's a cool partnership.
I wish I had face tracking.
So I will be having face tracking relatively soon, and I will have to add that into my model, but that's not too hard. I think there's one from AdJerry available that uses that, and all I got to do is just make sure that my model has the Arcit facial movements, the blend shapes, the Arcit blend shapes, and then it'll just be basically plug and play through OSC. And the cool thing about OSC, if anyone is aware of what OSC is, that's the way VR chat can communicate with programs outside of VR chat. Like if you ever see above someone's head what song they're playing on their local computer, that all is done through OSC. You got when I'm doing my streaming and Rose pops up in my mouth, that's through OSC. And there used to be only one program could connect to OSC at a time, but it was like maybe the beginning of this year or last year, VR chat allowed multiple things to be connected to OSC all at once. It used to be only one. Mm-hmm. You had to have a third-party program that was basically like a go-between, a master that would switch between all of them. Well, now you don't have to do that. So I'll be able to have Babel along with the gloves, along with
the gloves,
Hyro's TTO interface, and all of that enabled all at once. So I'm excited for the future and to see what.
Dang, how much did that cost you?
What, the Babel?
The whole thing.
Well, the Udcap gloves was like $450 at the time. Not too bad.
That's a lot.
No, it's not too bad at all. Like for actual like controller replacements that you can wash. That if you get a bad joystick, you just buy a new module for that. And if you need a new skin, like a glove skin, you just buy a new glove skin. You don't have to worry about buying a whole new controller anymore.
So it's fully accessible for modifications.
It's fully available to be able to be replaced at your own leisure, like new parts if you need to get them.
Oh wow, dude! I need to get rid of these stupid things.
I agree. This is like the third pair I've gotten. No joke.
Ugh.
The way they design
I'm so
these,
glad I haven't had to go for pair 2.
the way they design these controllers is so it's like there's no room for oops, I dropped my controller, or oops, I did this, or oops, I did that, because of the flimsy ribbon cable that connects the touch capacitor to the thumbsticks. And you can just wear that out by just like yanking that really hard. And you can just rip it right off. It's a pain in the butt.
That's no bueno. It sounds like a pain in the butt. I think the worst I've ever done to one of my controllers, I haven't broken it, but like I space moved my body up and I put my camera really high up and I spaced my way back to the floor. And then when I was done recording that scene, I looked up and I was like, oh, my camera's this is already after a couple beverages, so you already know I'm loopy, right? I forgot I'm not actually in this frickin' game. I put my hand up to the sky and I jumped and I punched my ceiling with my controller, and that was not a good time feeling.
That's unfortunate.
It was. It didn't break though, so I was lucky with that.
Yep, so you got Project Babel, headset agnostic mouth tracking solution for VR. It's, again, sponsored by PieShock. It's a lower face expression tracking system designed for headsets, and it's compatible with VR Chat Resonite, Chill Out VR. Source code is available to all users, and it's compatible with VRC face tracking and unified expressions, and it's an open platform.
Ooh.
So that's pretty cool too. It supports the Valve Index, the Quest, the Vive, Big Screen, and Pico. And
so it's like a wide variety of use.
They got the mounts for it, and it's $100 plus shipping.
That's not bad.
With a mount for your headset, the mouth tracker with the antenna and the device itself, the USB-C that's 0.3 meters long, a USB-C to USB-A adapter, and a Babel sticker sheet.
Damn, they basically give you everything you need.
Yep. And
that's pretty good.
If you pre-order it, it's for right now the initial batch, and that is Q2 of 2025. So they're hoping to get most of what was already ordered, like last week, done by the end of March.
Mm-hmm.
So
you say Q2, like second quarter?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you go through the headset, you select the headset. It has Valve Index, MetaQuest 2, Quest 3, Quest 3S, Quest Pro, HTC Vive, HTC Vive Pro 2i, Big Screen Beyond, and if you just don't want a headset attachment at all, you can choose none.
Huh.
Not too shabby.
That is pretty useful.
Now, the last thing I'm looking forward to is eye tracking for the Big Screen Beyond.
Oh, I would love that.
I've been paying attention to that.
Don't they have a headset that does that?
Yeah, they do. They got the Pro Eye, the Vive Pro Eye, and then there's a couple other headsets that have eye tracking. But they also have.
I gotta look into that one.
They also have VR face tracking, like a DIY thing, and I know there's a few individuals working towards maybe trying to make something similar to Babel, the Babel project, but for eye tracking for multiple headsets. And I'm been paying attention. I've been paying attention very closely to anyone who's been doing anything with big screen. So
I love that. Everyone would know I'm staring at them talking trash in my head.
Well, I just would be able to just, if I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at the camera. instead of like if I
Yeah, not like
turn
off to the
towards
side.
camera, my eyes are over this way. You know, it's just and when I see the people on TikTok, you know, and they're in Twitch and YouTube, and they're looking at the camera and they're looking away and they look at the camera again, you're like, oh, they got eye tracking, those sons of bees. But I am willing to sacrifice that for the
I would love
comfortability
to.
of the big screen beyond, because it is so light, it is so very nice to just be in VR for many, many hours without having any kind of marks. And it's super comfortable. Like, the big screen beyond is a way
Eye
it's
tracking would
supposed
be
to
so nice, man.
In my opinion, it just needs to be a little bit bigger, just a tiny bit bigger.
That's what she said to me yesterday.
Oh, boy. So, do we have anything else we want to talk about?
Not really, but I do have a question for you, buddy.
What's your question?
I know we haven't done any Florida Man stories, and I'm not going to pick any of them out today because last time was terrible. My choice. Anyway, this isn't about anybody sneaking into anybody's house and doing weird stuff. Why is it that Florida Man stories and Walmart always end with some dude doing something stupid as showing his out there?
Because, well, the people of Walmart. I actually, I don't have an answer. I have no excuse for him at all.
I read like, I think 1, 2. There's like 3 of them that. 3, 4. There's like 3 of them out of like 9 stories that are in front of me of them going aha to somebody.
Showing their tiny Danny off, flashing him to strangers.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word. Yeah.
Helicoptering it.
Yeah. Helicopter.
Well, you know, the Florida Man meme has got so big that there's an HBO Max show called Florida
Is
Man.
it really?
Yes.
I gotta Google this now. Well, I'll Google it later, because if I Google it now, I'll just go down a tunnel of like stupid things.
It's literally like a TV show.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh, here's a 4th one. Oh my god. They don't stop. Yo, Florida, y'all need to figure it out, bro. Y'all got... Oh! South Carolina, we have orange alligators.
Orange alligators.
Don't ask me, I don't have any more information. Somehow the alligators are orange.
What?
I want to say someone like dumped paint on these things just so people can go, oh my god. Or they like dyed the water a certain color and it kind of like eventually over time turned them orange. I don't know how that works, but there's been like I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen it on the news when I open the internet. I've seen it in numerous places.
Oh, I see. It's clay. That's all it is.
Ah, there you go.
It's
See,
all
I
it
should have
is.
read
It's
about
clay
it.
found in the soil. Or from rusty pipes feeding into the waterway. And they end up losing their orange coloration after a certain period of time in water.
Ah, so they kind of just get stained for a little bit, like taking a Sharpie and just like drawing glasses on somebody.
Yep.
Ah. You see, that was easy, wasn't it? I told you it was clay.
No, you didn't.
I just did.
No, I did. I told you that.
No, I told you it was clay.
No, I told you.
No, you said it was rust. I was telling you that was clay.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm here, dude. Party all the time, bro.
So it looks like there might
there
not
goes your
be.
hip.
Yeah, it's okay. It looks like there might not be any crazy Florida Man stories out there. So it looks like
I mean, they've been pretty simple.
It looks like Florida Man has been relaxing for a while.
It has. I think they're figuring it out, buddy.
Yeah.
Ooh, there was one I did see. Somebody went in. Somebody went into Walmart with salt and like started doing things with salt to like ward off evil spirits in Walmart.
Ah, damn it. I mean, yeah, that's stupid. That's really stupid.
It is.
But apparently, there's a Florida
But I
man
mean,
that
if you
was
walk in,
accused of luring young girls to home using pet ferrets.
oh god, what is wrong with people?
So I guess Florida Man is still at it. It's just not super newsworthy.
There's not a lot of good funny ones. I think a lot of the funny ones are like older Florida Man stories.
I mean, 6 days
A
ago,
lot of the newer ones are just like something stupid.
6 days ago, a drunk Florida man hit a pole and was sitting outside a 7-Eleven with no pants.
I wonder what was going through his head.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh god.
Florida Man things, probably. You know, wrestling gators,
But it was
throwing
7-Eleven.
gators inside of drive-throughs and stuff like that, probably.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah, you
I'd be
didn't know
scared to
that
work at a
happened?
fast food place. No?
Yeah, it was like a play on. It was a play on that stupid thing that was going on social media where they would order like a drink or something and then they'd immediately throw it right back in on the
Oh, yeah,
clerk
yeah.
to the window. Instead, he had an adolescent gator and he just kind of like grabbed the gator and threw it in.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I would freak out, dude. I would freak out, but like after a couple minutes, I'd be like, "Oh, look at him! He's so cute."
Oh my lord.
Ah, that would scare me, dude. Why'd you call the cops? He threw a gator at me, huh? I would ask so many questions if I had to respond to that call.
Oh wow. So get this, the HBO season of It's Florida Man. It's actually called It's Florida Man. You know, there's a comma there.
Yes, I have heard of that one.
Yes, they were asking Floridians to submit their unbelievable stories for season 2, so that they can turn it into a season.
I like this. I'm gonna go. What you said it was on?
HBO Max.
HBO Max. All right, I'll have to look into HBO Max. That I would love to sit there and watch that.
I'm actually now.
I sometimes go on
actually
YouTube.
Interested.
Sometimes I go on YouTube and I'll put like an hour-long funny video, and me and the missus would just sit there watching like people run into things, you know, miss the skateboard and tumble,
This is what
funny
people do
videos.
in VR chat. Like almost everyone
Is it
does
what?
that. Everyone goes on VR chat
Oh.
and it puts those videos on their video players, and then people sit and watch
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, that's probably why everyone's always in the movie world besides watching movies. So I've noticed like half my friends list, they're literally in the movie world.
Yep, sounds about right. That's like the most popular world.
It is. It's. I mean that world. Oh my god, dude, that world's changed so much from a few years ago.
It's because we ain't got no money.
That thing used to be like 2 rooms.
Yep.
You spawned in the hallway. You went straight. You were in the main room where the bed or the sofa was. There was a bookshelf, the video
And then there was a
player,
bedroom.
and then there was another room in the back. That's it. And then they made that hallway longer to the back room, and they added like 2 rooms to the sides of the hallway with like a black hallway. And then it turned into another one. It started to have like all the halls and all that stuff. And then this one, they completely changed the spawn.
Yeah,
It's like you don't spawn and there's a fish tank to your right. Like you have to go down the hall, then the fish tank's there.
I remember that movie room where it was
Mhm.
that living room area and then the bedroom, and then like there was a little update where like it wasn't the bedroom anymore, it was like a hallway going all the way down.
Yep.
And
And
then
they had
there
like a
was,
game room to the
game
left.
room, but it was all mostly open. and then
Yep.
you had the bedroom further back, and then they completely deleted that, and then left that one main room there, and then just had a hallway going that way, and then hallway going this way where the fish tank is, and then it extended out towards that way. I wonder what made them
The
decide
movie room.
to get rid of that other side.
I don't know, but I think the new world's pretty nice. I just think it's a giant fucking maze. Like they have to put a "You Are Here" map everywhere you go.
Oh, it's a huge maze. It's humongous. You know, they make it look
The-
out
the
to
world-
be more like
there's a
a
lot of
movie
spots.
theater type place. You know,
Yep,
and now they
yep,
got little
I like that
advertisements
part.
at the beginning. Although I did like the Halloween
Wait,
thing
don't they
had.
still?
What?
Don't they still have a movie room?
Yeah, a theater. Yeah, they do.
Okay, I was about to say. I think that's the one behind the pool table, right?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. So I might be thinking of the
I do
right
like
thing.
the update they had on Halloween though. You know, when you
I
went
don't think I've seen that
through
one.
and then you went to go turn left and you saw that jump scare of that creature sticking out at you and then it disappeared.
Yeah, no,
Saw-
I
saw it
didn't.
for a
I didn't
split
go
second.
then.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that was like
Dude,
one
I'd
of-
be
that was, like,
screaming
the
at that split
only
second.
thing though. I wish they would have added more like around all the corners. I think that would have been great.
I wouldn't. I'd lose my
But
mind.
But it
I wouldn't
doesn't
want to
repeat.
move.
It only does it one time, and then you have to like reload the world. So
Oh, no. Still, that one time, I'm like, I don't want to watch this shit no more.
so yeah,
Stretch.
I think that might be it.
Ooh. Yeah, man. Ugh.
No breaks
Oh.
this time.
Oh, dude, I just stretched. It's that nice chill you get down your spine when you know you had a good stretch. You're just like, oh,
Yep.
relax. So nice.
So that's it. I
Yeah,
was
I
not
think
paying
we're good
attention
here.
to the YouTube chat at all. I don't know if anyone was saying anything.
Nope.
on YouTube.
We just had Miss Frankie say hi. One in Canada. And then she said Frankie is super quiet compared to you, Royal.
Am I really?
Let me put you on. Let me hear. Go ahead, say
Check
something.
1 2. Check 3 4.
Okay, go ahead. Say 7-6.
5 6 7 8.
All right, yeah, you're like, it's pretty decent. I think mine's a little higher. It's like an octave off.
How about now? A B C D E F G
Yeah, there you go.
H I J K L M N O P. All right. Sorry, guys. I apologize to everyone.
It's all right. We got it figured out.
Anywho, well, is Mrs. Frankie still watching?
Good question. I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh well, no big deal. All right, I think this might be it. I think it was a pretty good one, I guess.
Yeah, I think we had a good one today.
We got some bugs to work out here or there, and
Yeah.
you know, maybe we'll actually need to have an actual producer at some point in time do all of that for us, so we could just sit there and talk.
Yes.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
very awesome. Do you have anything to say before we go?
I love you guys. I love you. And I know we've been on and off lately, but we're getting into a rhythm. We're moving into it. We're going to get better. Everything takes time. We got this. We're glad you guys are here. We appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Sounds good.
I thought those were spirit fingers.
We'll see you guys next Friday.
Yeah, if you're down.
Yeah, I'm down. Next Friday,
Cool,
we'll
next
see you
Friday.
guys, and super excited to see what we cook up next. Maybe
Oh,
it'll be
yes.
more of the
Bacon.
same, or
Lots of
maybe
bacon.
we'll actually be better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So, I guess we gotta wave goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Stay tuned. See, episode 3 be next Friday, And we'll have more information with you guys and news and about the weather and games and whatever we're doing at the time, what we're working on. I think would be a good thing to talk about next Friday instead of
definitely
ignoring it today because we didn't talk about what we were doing at all today.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not doing much of anything anyway. So just doing this.
I've been lazy.
Zapping myself or getting zapped on live, adding more gifts and all that stuff. Otherwise,
that's fun.
Yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Wow, my hand, jeez. See you later.
Yeah, you're like, see you guys later.
Thanks for watching our podcast. We hope to see you next time. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe so you always know when we're going live again. Thank you so much for all the support you guys showing us. We really, really appreciate it. In time, as our community starts to grow, we look forward to having special guests. Many of your choices that you guys tell us, or people that we find interesting would like to have on the show. So if you're interested in this, let us know. If you haven't already, be sure to follow Frankie the Dog at Bolted and Frisky, and Royal at The Royal Sergeant Annie on TikTok. Most likely they're going live on TikTok shortly after this. They also have other social medias that you can find in their profiles. Be sure to check them out. Once again, we truly appreciate the support, and we would love to see you guys again soon. But for now, we'll see you later. Goodbye! Thanks for watching our podcast. We hope to see you next time. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe so you always know when we're going live again. Thank you so much for all the support you guys showing us. We really, really appreciate it. In time, as our community starts to grow, we look forward to having special guests. Many of your choices that you guys tell us, or people that we find interesting would like to have on the show. So if you're interested in this, let us know. If you haven't already, be sure to follow Frankie the Dog at Bolted and Frisky, and Royal at The Royal Sergeant Annie on TikTok. Most likely they're going live on TikTok shortly after this. They also have other social medias that you can find in their profiles. Be sure to check them out. Once again, we truly appreciate the support, and we would love to see you guys again soon. But for now, we'll see you later. Goodbye!